welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So I am in here making a pasta dish that I'm actually taking to my fellowship, and I just thought I would share this recipe with you. It is another great fall-ish sort of dish, even though it is a pasta dish, because it does contain pumpkin. So this is a pumpkin ziti, and in my skillet here I have basically a pound of Italian sausage, and I just kind of mixed up my own homemade version. It's a pound of ground beef with a tablespoon and a half of my sausage seasoning, along with 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And I have just been browning the sausage and seasonings all together, along with a cup of diced onion. And I'm going to add in 4 cloves of garlic. And I'm just using the jarred minced garlic because it makes my life easy. A little bit more. Just kind of cooking these all together. And to my pan, I'm going to add some white wine. I like to keep these little wine bottles in the house just for these purposes. Come in very handy. About 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to add in 1 14.5-ish ounce can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, and I say ish just because, you know, a lot of these companies are short sizing, and while these used to all be 15-ounce cans, they are not anymore. I'm going to need about 15 ounces of pumpkin puree, which will be half of this big can that I have. I'm out of the regular size cans, so I'll just use half of this and then freeze the rest. Alright, so I added in half of the can of my pumpkin. You need about a 15-ounce can, or around 2 cups. And so I just kind of mix that in here. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of dry parsley. A 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And now I'm just going to allow all of these ingredients to simmer together for a few minutes. So I'm just going to throw my lid on here, and I'm going to let this just kind of simmer low and slow while my pasta cooks. I've got a pot of water over here going, and I need to add some salt to that. A bit of salt. And for this recipe, you can use rigatoni, fusilli, penne pasta, anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and use fusilli, which is the little kind of twisty pasta. You could use bow ties, whatever you have on hand works just great. So when my water comes to a boil, I'll go ahead and cook my pasta according to package directions. And while that's doing its thing, my sauce will simmer nice and low. And I'll meet you back here in a little bit. Alright, the pasta is done cooking, and so now to my sauce here, which by the way smells amazing. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and I'm going to add in about 1/2 cup of heavy cream, or half and half, whichever one you got on hand. Heavy cream will be richer in flavor, of course, but I don't always have heavy cream in the house. So we're just going to stir this in. I'm going to add my sauce into my pasta, which I have right here. All right. Alright, so now as I mentioned, this recipe is for a potluck, and so I'm actually done with this right now. Tomorrow, so I'm actually done with this for the moment. I'm just going to let this cool down to room temperature, and then I'll just pop it in the refrigerator. Now, if I was making this for home right now, I would transfer all of this into a 9x13 baking pan. Give it a nice heavy sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Bake it in the oven 400 degrees for about 20 minutes or so, just to kind of get that nice browned top, and then that would be it. But since I'm going to do this for a potluck, I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator after it has cooled down. And tomorrow I will throw this into my slow cooker, mix in the Parmesan cheese at the time, and pardon the dogs barking out there. Mix in the Parmesan cheese, put it on low, and just let it heat up throughout the morning, and it will be ready for fellowship. This recipe is not on my website, but if you would like to get the details, I will put it in the video description down below. So thanks for joining me here in the Homestead kitchen. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread. I'll talk to y'all next time.